Hi guys, welcome to Abundant Life. I'm Kelly and this is.
I'm Madelaine.
And basically, we're just going to show you different ways and means that you can incorporate into your own life to create abundance and happiness and success. So, today our topic is going to be on negative thinking and why we always tend to sway more to the negative than the positive in situations in our life. So, I'm going to ask you, Madelaine, because you're a mindset coach. What is your opinion on negative thinking and why do we always tend to think negatively and never positively?
Okay, we tend to go back and default to our negative thinking because all our negative or all our thinking patterns actually stem from age 1 to 7. So everything we know that we've learned, that we believe, and our actions are basically the foundation of them are laid between the age of 1 to 7. Then thereafter we experience different experiences and some of them positive, negative. Unfortunately, the negative ones linger longer because we tend to think more about the negative ones and the positive ones are just going by the way. So for instance, when you reach a sensitive age of 12 to 13 for girls, and somebody tells you you're fat, that's part of your imprinting because you're going to take that on. You're sensitive, so it hurt your feelings. It also affected your self-belief, and now it starts to become part of your programming. So now you're going to look at yourself all the time and tell yourself you're fat. You're going to go on a diet and you're always fat. So you're never skinny enough. You're never pretty enough because you're going to judge yourself by that person's opinion without knowing that it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to them. So that's how easy negative imprint starts to happen in our lives. And only when we're older do we realize that we have habits and thinking patterns that does not serve us and that we need to change. And that is when the challenge starts. That is quite a process to follow. It's not just an overnight success deciding I'm going to change my negative thinking into positive thinking. But the reason we default is because we're used to it. It's part of our programming. If you see your mind as a supercomputer and it's basically programmed with everything you believe in, and that creates habits, and your habits bring results. So that's already in your supercomputer. And now you need to first identify what's not working for you, and then you need to start to override those beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's not an overnight process. That's quite a long process. There's certain steps to take to get into that, and at least 60 days, 2 months for one habit to change before you effectively can say, I'm not thinking about that anymore.
And obviously we'll do some exercises and maybe we can show like the viewers some different ways that you can practice it every day as well.
We will, in our next video, we're going to show you the steps to take to override your negative thinking and start to identify what trips you up and then go through the process to start to override that and become more positive. The minute you're more positive, you have better results. I actually want to say, I actually catch myself with negative thinking without even knowing that I'm doing negative thinking because it's a part of me.
Yeah, and I think everyone is like that as
Yes,
well.
you don't realize it. There are times when I say something and I'm thinking, no, where did that come from? That is borderline negative. You know, so you need to be more conscious about what you say because everything in your mind, every thought becomes a reality. So the minute you spend time on that thought, you're actually pulling it into your energy field, and that becomes a reality, and that becomes a habit, and that brings you results. So we have to be extremely conscious of what do we think about, because what we think about, we create.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is why we default, because it's so much easier to fall back on our past beliefs, or we don't even notice it because it's so part of you.
Yeah.
So I would say identifying negative beliefs are the most important part to start with, because you cannot overnight change yourself into a positive thinking person 100%. But if you can start to identify your results that you don't want to anymore and you want to change your results, you start there and you work back. and then say, where did this result comes from? Where's the root of it? And you start to work with that, and you start to override that process. Then you're in the process of overriding negativity, creating positive thoughts.
Yeah, and being more conscious, like you said, as well is very important.
Yes.
Because you don't actually
Realize.
Yeah, for me, I'll like want something, and then immediately I'll think, no, I don't think I can get that.
Exactly.
And like it's actually my mind saying that like to me.
Yes.
But I need to be more conscious in order to be like, okay, cool, like let me just see, I can do it, like it'll be fine.
I'm worthy of it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very difficult.
very
It's
difficult.
simple and small things like that. But when you add them up during your day, then you reach to entertain. And then you ask yourself, why don't I get the results that I want? But you're actually creating your own trip up by your thoughts.
And I actually watched this video now from one of the women that we really enjoy watching. She's also a mindset coach. And she basically said, and it's so true, is that like we're humans, like we're miracles even to be in existence. So the fact that like she said so beautifully, she said that we start as like a ball of cells, and like we're actually created into this person and being that we are. So like we do have infinite potential. And that's something that people tend to forget because we're so worried about everything else that's going on.
Yes. So till next time, then we will give you the steps of how to override your negative mindset and